Jay, obviously a lot of ups and downs, highs and lows this season, but overall, looking at this year as a whole, from where you guys started to where you are now, what do you think you're most proud of with this group?
Yeah, the relationships I think I built, I think we built throughout the season have been great. Obviously, it's a business, and you have guys that are like they're beside you, and they're like that. You can tell that they have your best interest, and it's like a family. It kind of takes the business side out of it and makes it just it's easier to keep it just the game you love. I think you enjoy the season, and you enjoy the travel and all the stuff that doesn't make it fun a little bit more, and it makes everything better.
We could see like the connectedness of this group on the floor, but what made this group so tight knit off the floor too?
Honestly, I think we're a bunch of kids, to be honest. We're all around the same age, like to do the same thing, kind of have the same interests, kind of like a college team. I think because of that, it allowed us to take strides this year that we didn't expect.
How are you feeling physically today after the eye and emotionally now that, I know you haven't had even 24 hours to reflect, but how are you feeling just mentally about where things stand right now?
Physically, I feel good. Might not look good, but I feel good. And then, yeah, I haven't even really soaking it all in. But yeah, it's been a heck of a year, a fun year. It went by fast as usual. Yeah, it was fun.
Did you, I think the sense is that you guys foresaw progress like we ended up seeing, but what gave you that feeling maybe before the year, and what do you feel like pushed you guys ahead to where you finished the year?
Sorry.
If you guys had the belief before the year you could win 40, you could make the play-in, be in contention for a playoff, why did you think that? And then what ultimately pushed you guys to get to the point where you were able to do those things?
Honestly, at the beginning of the season, I don't think we set like a for sure like a marker or a goal. We tried not to listen to people's expectations and try not to also set our own. We tried to just take it like day by day. We tried to just enjoy the process and try to make the most out of the process. And I think we knew like if we did those two things, we would live with the results no matter what. And we'll live with these results for sure.
Was there a particular point in the season, like, for instance, you guys played Boston really good, almost beat them there, beat them here for 150 points. Is there any point in the season where you said, hey, there's something that this group can do that maybe is a bit better than what on the outside thought?
Yeah, I think I personally I kind of felt that the first couple of times we came together. I could feel guys got better in the summer, and the pieces that we added were really going to help. The rookies were really good this year, as you guys know. But yeah, we have a group of guys that work super hard, and is going to continue to get better. And as a whole, we should get better because of it.
What does it mean to you to have a front office that preaches patience and stability, and you have this young group that theoretically could grow together through time, and kind of being the leader of that group? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I think the most impressive part is they really put the ball in our court. They stress to us that there's certain things that you do to get to the goals that we want to get to, championships, etc. But it's up to us to do so. And it's how hard we work in the summertime, how hard we work during the season, how hard we work on our relationships together, how hard we, to have like team dinners and stuff, how hard we really try to make it work, that'll control all that. And we know that, and that's one of the things we try to hang our hat on is controlling our own narrative.
Mm-hmm. What did you see from Josh this year? He made a pretty big leap from year one to year two, had 31 near triple-double against the Pelicans, but what did you see from him overall with his growth?
Yeah, he got better. first time I saw Josh like play after last year, I could see he got better, more confident in his game, added more to his game. And then he continued. He got a lot better as the season went on. And I think that's very impressive. A lot of guys like you get better in the season, and then you come back and you're a new guy, and then teams figure you out. And you're a little bit stagnant. But for him to get better throughout the whole season and continue to improve his game is very impressive. And right now he's a world better than he was in the summertime and the year before. And I hope I'm pretty sure he will continue that growth because the kid works hard and he has the right mentality.
Shay, every offseason you seem to come back and have something new to your game, and you've talked a lot about how much work you put into the offseason. Do you have kind of a specific thing that you want to work on or sort of add to your game coming into next year?
Yeah, I try to get better at everything. I try to be the most complete basketball player I can be. But as of right now, I'm not even near yet. There's some things I know and I can feel to work on. But then I'll go home, chill for a bit, and then attack the program too with a couple of my skills coaches and then go to work. But yeah, I should be a better player next year too.
And you're planning on playing for Team Canada this summer, right?
Correct.
What do you think of just the squad that you guys have?
Yeah, it should be fun. As far as I know who's playing, it should be fun. Should be competitive. We should have a good shot to win.
And then you're likely going to make All-NBA first team. You're getting top 5 MVP votes, most improved player. I'm just, these are goals that you might have had for yourself. Like, what do you think of just the accolades that you're receiving?
Yeah, they're nice. But I think what I figured out, and it's taken me a little bit, but I think it takes most young guys a little bit to figure out, is none of that stuff matters without your team. And I know it sounds cliche, but I've for the past couple years now thought I've been a pretty good basketball player. And I can remember a lot of games this year where we won as a team, and you can see it in our record. We're a completely better team, a lot better team, and all that stuff just happens to follow the year that we're a better team. I don't think it's a coincidence. I think to get stuff done individually and as a team, it takes a whole group.
How would you compare the play-in situation you were just in with the playoff experience that you've had? What's the difference between the two of them?
The play-in kind of felt a little bit like March Madness, just because it was like one game, you play a team, you scout one game, and then lose or go home. As opposed to like a series, you plan to at least play 4 games, and then you adjust and stuff, and it's more like chess, and you go back and forth. But yeah, it was a new experience. It was fun for sure.
A follow-up to Joe's last question. No matter how anybody tries to shape your season this year, it's up there with some of the best seasons in NBA history, with some of the best players in NBA history. Have you thought about sat back and just thought about how great of a season you've had? And I know you mentioned how you guys do this as a team, but have you just thought about wow, my name is up there with Michael Jordan, and who's people consider the best player of all time, Dwayne Wade, just got into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't. I think, like this year especially, I try to, not to say those things are distractions, but I try to limit external, I guess you can say energy, and you find all those things on social media and stuff, and I try to stay away from that and just focus on being the best player, being the best leader, and being the best teammate for this group, and trying to win the most basketball games that we could. And that's where my head, my heart, everything about me has been, and that's what I've focused on. So honestly, I haven't even Like I can hear it, but I haven't even like focused on it and like looked it up and like compared it or nothing like that.
And then, do you think that playing for Team Canada last summer helped you come into the season a little bit more prepared?
That's a great question. Absolutely. It's funny because I kind of noticed like a trend in like players who play FIBA basketball go into the next season like a little bit sharper, and I think it does have to do with like in the summertime you go, if you're not playing till June, you go 4 months without playing real basketball with the refs, and you can't foul every possession like it pick up. You know what I'm saying? You play real basketball, and I think that gives you and the timing of FIBA basketball kind of gives guys some real action before they go into the season, and I felt a little bit sharper, a little bit more ready for sure.
Shay, can you kind of talk about, you were talking about how you kind of like filter out the noise and all that stuff. I know how hard it is for me and for the average person to filter out noise. You got however many million people coming at you. How hard is it, and what's your mechanism to really just filtering out all that extra noise?
Yeah, really, I plug into my loved ones. That's what I do. Whether it's my teammates, whether it's my girlfriend, whether it's my mom, my family, especially like my family, my girlfriend. They know me outside of basketball and before basketball, so they kind of like keep me grounded, and they're like my getaway. So I use them.
Shay, you talk about doing this as a team. One of the things that you really brought to this team at a different level this year was your defense. What do you credit that step up in defense to for you?
I believe a lot of defenses like want to. I wanted to be a better defender, and the best players to ever play are that they play defense, and they're as good at that end, and that's ultimately what I want to be. Is one of the best players to ever play, and just like the guys you named, Michael, Dwayne Wade, all those guys played both ends, and all those guys won big because of it. That's what I'm trying to do with this game.
As you guys took big strides this year as a team, what'd you learn about Mark and just where he is as a coach and what he brought to this group?
I didn't learn nothing. I knew what type of coach he was. His first year here, he has a core belief system, and I 100% agree with it. And I think it's the right way to go about the game. And I think him instilling those things in us when we were a 15 wins team to when we're a 22 win team till now, it's made it easier for us to grow because it's been instilled in us and its habits that we carry forward. I think he's done a great job of that, and I think he doesn't waver. His temperament, his attention to detail, his approach to every day doesn't change whether we win, lose, or draw. You can't draw in basketball, but it doesn't change whether we win or lose. So I think he's one heck of a coach. He's on his way.
You guys are a young team that had to learn on the fly, but Mark was also a young coach that had to learn on the fly. So is there any area of growth that you've seen in him, the biggest area of growth that you've seen in him?
Biggest area of growth. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I don't know if it's any certain area, but I will go back to say I'm really impressed with his demeanor in pressure situations, easy situations. He never wavers, and when your head coach never wavers, it makes it easy for the rest of the group to do so.
In his tenure here, he's like a defensive coach, but this year the offense has taken a huge step. What was that process like for you guys, especially schematically? Like he said that he added more cutting because they had you who would drive so much, but nobody was cutting, and that seemed like it opened up your game a lot more. It opened up the passing lanes for Josh a lot more. So, just for the offense specifically, how was that process for you guys with Mark?
Yeah, we like to hang our hat defensively. We know that wins games. But we could all feel that offense was a blurring issue in the past. I think we've gotten a lot better at it because of some of the things they've implemented for sure. Every summer, we, as players, we kind of split, go our own way, come back together, do whatever we do, and try to get better as basketball players. And I think our coaches try to do the same thing, and I think they've done so for sure. And they came back this year, had some new stuff they implemented, and we've obviously seen the results, and they got better this summer as well too.
Shay, what have you learned this year about Chet, both on and off the court, and just the what he might give you guys next year?
Off the court, he's a really good kid. He's goofy, easy to get along with, bad at cards.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
Do you take advantage of that?
Not at all. I would never. And then on the court, competitor. The kid wants to be good. And I think that's the biggest thing. Like he wants to be really good, and he wants to prove himself to the world. And that fire in him is impressive. It's impressive. And I think because of that, he's going to be a heck of a basketball player. 100% believe that.
With all the accolades that's coming you guys' way, obviously you at the All-Star game, Mark's a finalist for Coach of the Year, Dub finalist for Rookie of the Year. As a leader, how do you kind of keep all this success from going to you guys' head?
We've gone a lot better, and just continue to do the same things. Stay inside the building, focus on what we need to focus on, individually and as a team. We got better, but we're not perfect. There's a lot of things that we can still get better at. Try to keep our strengths, and try to make our weaknesses turn to our strengths. I think if we just focus on ourselves and prioritize winning basketball games, it'll take care of itself.
Shay,
Last
not
one.
associated with basketball, what are some extracurricular goals that you have? I don't know if it's like fashion, business. Are there any extracurricular goals, and what are they? So.
Yeah, I'm honestly not too sure. I'm so invested in basketball, like every day, 365 days a year. I don't really know what my life's gonna look like when it's done. And like me and my people talk about it all the time. Like I don't know, it's kind of scary. But I'll figure out and cross that bridge when we get to it.
Thank you.